BB&T Center is home to the Florida Panthers NHL team. Although they're best known for what happens on the ice, you might not realize that many of the players have a passion for another sport, soccer. I talked to some of the league's top players about their love of the game. Before the Florida Panthers hit the ice on game day, there is an unusual component to their warm-up. They play soccer. The team gathers outside of the locker room and plays a rapid-fire game of two-touch dribbling.
Come as a group and play in a circle and play. The game is two-touch, and we just play around. And when it hits you and hit the ground, you're out, and just to win as many games as you want.
Although the warm-up might appear very different than their typical drills, it encompasses many of the same skills.
Coordination going, gets your feet moving, and it's a lot of fun.
I think it's reflexes, before the game, and it's kind of a warm-up, before you start doing activation.
Even though it might not be apparent, the athlete's experience playing the sport varies.
Well, I played until I was 15 years old. I played at a pretty competitive level. It was a lot of fun. It's a great sport. It's very athletic. It was a great summer sport. When you were a kid. For us, you didn't train when you're 9, 10 years old, but going out and keeping active and running around during the summer was great.
I hadn't played until this year. This is kind of my first year doing it before the game, so I'm not the best player on the team. A lot of guys probably would vote me as worst player, but I'd probably vote myself as most improved player. So Brian Campbell, he's probably the player that thinks he's the best and is probably the worst. So I don't know, I could show some tricks here. Maybe not.
The competitive nature of the warm-up also gets the guys revved up for the game.
Of course, nobody wants to get out, and especially the older guy. The young guys, we can't really say anything about that.
It's a big part of our pregame is that two-touch game. It gets a little heated at sometimes, and
it gets pretty competitive. Guys get mad at each other, but it's all good fun.
They might be teammates, but when it comes to the World Cup, the players differ in who they'll be supporting.
I like Brazil. It's in Brazil too, so I think it would be nice for them too to win.
I've always supported Germany. I've always been a big fan, so I'll be going for them again.
Oh, I do know USA got a tough bracket, tough bid, right? So I'm excited to see how they can do, and I'm obviously rooting for them since I'm American, so see if they pull through.
While I can't skate, team captain Ed Jovanovski invited me to participate in the pregame soccer warm-up, an offer I couldn't refuse. For the Express Extra, this is Kimberly Rio.